students with what I just showed you, that when you begin to code, you are actually already doing a form of analytical thinking, because you cannot escape the reflexes that you make in your observations, that here I find a theme, here I find a link, surely this could be related. You begin to come up with concepts that grasp a theme. You are then well on your way to do deeper analysis, and one of the first things you have to do for your analysis of data at this point, you have to, when you have done all your inductive coding, you must do a helicopter hover again. And at that point in time, you must compare what your deductive codes that you set out with have to say compared to your inductive codes. Do they speak to each other? Do you find new things? Do you find contradictory elements? This is a level of analysis, and it is obvious that in the case that I took then as a student, that the patients spoke about completely different things from the doctors. They had different preoccupations. I have to now interpret this. I begin to interpret and say, well, the different stakeholders in the hospital have a different experience and different priorities in what they see as necessary for something that needs to change. Interpretation, again, is then very subjective. And how do we go about it? The biggest anchorage that you have in qualitative research is to always reflect back on, how did I set out in my research? What was my main research question? And my question was, what is the patient's view on humanizing hospital care? They did not mention the finance and the infrastructure. They were not talking about medical files. They were more talking on how the lack of information received and the fear that they were experiencing, how all of that was important for them. And the more I thought about this, sitting in my helicopter and hovering over this, I thought, but I can actually define something that it doesn't appear, it is not mentioned as such, but that theme, the theme of communication, that is actually what the patients are after. They would require more communication from the medical staff towards them to reduce the fear, and it would feel them probably more respected as human beings in their hospital situation.